So guys, welcome back. Weekly crypto Twitter roundup. January 21 said basic copyright literacy and synthetic worms. Live on DeFi. It's your boy Akahilz. Live on CoinMarketCap blog Alexandria. Article by Andrew Safe. So reviewing this article, so you feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the red subscribe button down. You can also turn on notification to get notified whenever we drop beneficial updates on crypto news, airdrops, and more. Also, you can also click on the like button if you find these uploads beneficial. So back to the news, it says the New Year's celebrations are behind us, and we are well into 2022, which means it's time to get back to our weekly crypto Twitter randoms. And boy, has it not been a good beginning of the year for the crypto market? Or major coins are still maintaining their continuous downtrend that started after a brief peak last November. So after suffering yet another sharp drop of today, BTC is presently at $39,000, down 15.5% from January 1st, 40.8% from current ETH. So others aren't doing any better. We have ETH and BNB. So overall, crypto market cap is at $1.8 down, down 16.7% from the beginning of the year and 38.2% from previous ETH. Crypto winter keeps chugging along, and we are here to see how the crypto dealing is. The crypto Twitter is dealing with it through the power of memes and conversation. So kicking off on a high note with possibly the most ridiculous story of past months, that of Spice DAO. This decentralized autonomous organization DAO was created in order to crowdfund the purchase of one of the physical copies of filmmaker Alejandro Jodorowsky's infamous Dune Bible at the Christie's auction house. So despite Christie's initially estimating the value of the artwork's great book at 25 to $35,000, the 25 euros, the $750,000 worth of ETH that the DAO had managed to secure turned out not to be enough to successfully outbid the competition. As a result, one of Space DAO's co-founders has had to spend more than $3 million of his own money in order to avoid the fate of the similar Constitution DAO and secure the purchase of the Bible. So, with the ultimate goal of selling his content as NFTs, as well as producing derivative works in the Dune universe, all based on intellectual property rights that the purchase of the book has conferred to the DAO. So, they won the auction of for 2.66 million euros. Now, our mission is to make the book public to the extent permitted by law, produce an original animated limited series inspired by the book, and sell it to a streaming service, support derivative projects from the community. Fortunately, it seems that nobody had told Spice DAO prior to the auction that that is not how IP copyright works. The entire contents of Jodorowsky's Bible are already available online for free, and the overall rights to the Dune universe belong to the estate of the original book's author Frank Herbert, with rights to movies and TV shows having been bought from it by Legendary Entertainment in 2016. So, looking to frame the situation in a positive light, Spice DAO has made quite a pivot tweeting essentially that the purchase of the book was actually not the point of the entire venture, but a mere step on the way towards building a strong community and creating an animated series based on an entirely new IP not related whatsoever to Dune. Okay, so hear me out. What if we buy the book, right? Because it's a historical artifact, right? We all like buy it. So the DAO buys it, but we raise so much money and build such a strong community and decide to make a totally new animated series with original IP that we create. So moving on, the frequent and flamboyant Twitter activity of the sitting president of El Salvador, which became the first ever country to adopt BTC as legal tender last year. Nayib Bukele has predictably secured him a place in this week's roundup. This time, Bukele has achieved crypto Twitter fame by saying El Salvador doesn't give a fuck in response to reports that Moody's agency has downgraded El Salvador's sovereign debt due to the country's involvement with BTC. Breaking Okay, this is El Salvador Moody's downgrades El Salvador's sovereign debt due to BTC trades. So while Bukele's proudly defiant message has resonated with many crypto enthusiasts, some analysts offer a different evaluation of the importance of Moody's sovereign credit ratings. Although questioning the precise methodology of Moody's, Fatih Badi, as Polat, a former economist at Turkey's Ministry of Development, had called such ratings one of the most important elements in directing global capital flows in its paper. The three-time Pulitzer Prize winner Thomas L. Friedman had said that Moody's can destroy a country by downgrading its bonds, a sort of making the whole affair sound like something the president of a country should be giving a fuck about. Be giving So regardless of how unfair or misguided the ratings might be, so that's your attitude. You're bragging about your credit downgrade. Do you expect your creditors to have the same DGAF attitude when you default? Since you couldn't care less about your lenders, you likely have the same attitude about your people. They need to vote you out of office, okay? So besides Wikiri, another commonly present theme in our recent roundups is the ongoing tug of war between the two opposing forces of people who are trying to make NFTs a thing and the people with NFTs. So on the grounds of the latter's perceived lack of utility and their harm to the environment. So in its telling display, the subsequent tweet, which for some unknown reason clarified that the secret news was in an NFT drop, has managed to garner some likes and tweets. So soon you'll be able to show your shonen jump love in a whole new way, citing announcement tomorrow. It says it's not NFTs. There's some after actual NFT deals announced by the famous voice actor Troy Baker and tennis superstar Serena Williams were met with a similar kind of enthusiasm this week. So you have one from Troy Baker here. It says I'm partnering with, and Serena says good morning, apes. So at the time of Baker's announcement last Friday, the detractors were still willing and able to articulate their problems with NFTs. So by the time Williams had made a review this Thursday, the remaining willpower and presence of mind was only sufficient for such reaction memes. So NFTs are blockchain generator received, that's literally all they are. Whoever talks you into these scammed you. NFTs are not the art or media or content itself. NFTs are merely a proof of purchase on a non-scarce digital good. So I wish all celebrities getting into the NFT had a very into the NFT had a very just stop. I'm tired. Okay. So to lighten the mood here, a couple of harmless NFT team tweets by the famous Laxna Loving Monday Team Cartoon Cat Garfield says NFT stands for nice. Finally, Tuesday. So in the meantime, prominent YouTube influencer Logan Paul has bought no less than 20 of the NFTs dropped by Irene Zhao as part of the Irene Zhao collection. What might be construed as pregnant commentary on how the crypto space tends to misunderstand the connection between what NFTs are advertised to represent and what they actually are. Commenter Keyboard Monkey has highlighted that Paul's purchase does not entitle him to anything more than owning several tokens on the Ethereum blockchain. So this is it, layer 1, layer 2. So guys, these are basically the news updates here. We also have one from criticism from Elon Musk was pointing out the imprudence of spending time on software engineers. These as regards the latest Twitter NFT launch. So guys, launch feature. So guys, I said Twitter is spending engineering resources on this BS, while crypto scammers are throwing spam bot block party in every thread. So Twitter is okay. You literally tax teams of engineers at Tesla on accepting payments with dog money. So guys, that's all. It's your boy Keys. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. It's your boy Keys. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Peace out. I'll be dropping a link in the description box so you can also check out the articles and other articles on CoinMarketCap.